Hello! How are you all doing today? It's January 31st. Wow. Okay. Big news. Big terrorist attack or hoax in Boston. Oh my. These people just get so jumpy these days on the news. I collected a few clips from Fox News, and remember a couple of days ago I was mentioning the up-and-coming movie coming out for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Well, like as always, I'm a little ahead of my time because they found these supposed hoax bombs all over Boston today, under bridges and buildings. And 2 years ago, I remember reading about a new type of graffiti that's been taking hold in major cities like Dallas, New York, and Boston, and so forth, where they use LED lights to paint a picture, spread the word of whatever their message is, and they put them up on their bridges, on buildings, and so forth, to get their message out there. More people see them, especially at night. And then today they come up with these hoax bombs, and that somebody's going around planting these things all over the city, and it's a big hoax and big conspiracy. And it makes me laugh, really does. I mean, because you'd think that people in the news would have read the same stuff that I have read. I know I'm a little out there in my corrupt reading, but here's a few of the little news items.
One of these suspicious devices is a picture of some dude flipping off the authorities. And then we get this. Now, I'm looking at a website now. I can't get it to your TV screen because some things are impossible and I don't know why. But this is a character from a Cartoon Network program. There are pristine clips from our pure artisan video spring for the most refreshing and rejuvenating visual experience known to man. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. First of all, they're not teens, quoting from the Adult Swim website. Secondly, there's no water involved. The whole Hunger Force thing, that's probably misleading too. In short, if you have to ask what Aqua Teen Hunger Force is about, it is probably not a show for you. The rest of us will go on thrilling to the adventures of Frylock, Meatwad, and Master Shake, as they say, you know, hang out. Stoner stuff is what it is. You know, not that I have that much against that. I'm just saying that's what this is. They're trying to make people think they're a bunch of stoners. Because according to the reporting of Catherine Herridge, they have both a man flipping off the cops and some munchy character from a cartoon show that's the shape of one of the non-explosive explosive devices. And this, ladies and gentlemen, from a city of 250,000 college and graduate students, not to say one of them did it, I'm not saying that, just, you know, I mean, look at that. This has shut down the city. This will not be funny to much of anybody. Here are the likely charges, according to Judge Napolitano, for the little man from the Cartoon Network-shaped hoax bomb. 20 years per device. Planting a hoax device, 5 years per device. That's 20 years per device. If recollection serves, there were 5 devices, and even the kid from the Teen Hunger Force on Adult Swim, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Mooninites, might be able to realize that that's up to 100 years for hoaxing the city of... Catherine Herridge's sources are now telling her there may be as many as 10. Catherine is live with us now. Catherine, what in the world?
Well, the information I just had, and it was really a ballpark figure, but there may be as many as 10, perhaps 1 or 2 less, perhaps 1 or 2 more found in the greater Boston area today. A couple of things are significant. My contact said that about half of them, 5 so far, have been determined to be hoaxes. And it looks like most of them are related, not all but most. They seem to all have what was described to me as a keyboard theme. They could not be more specific as to whether there were keyboards with each of the devices, but there seemed to be something relating back to this computer game. The other thing that was interesting, according to my contact, is that the device at the medical center actually may be unrelated to the rest. It may have been left by a group protesting something else, because its signature is so much different. It does not. That's what the Boston police are dealing with.
Now here's this character you were talking about, Catherine, and you know, we're not kids here, so we don't know about this, but this is that character from Adult Swim on the comedy on the Cartoon Network.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I guess this is supposed to be funny. I mean, on the left is one of the devices they found, and on the right is the picture of this stupid character.
Well, I guess what I'm seeing in those pictures, based on my conversations, I think this may be the keyboard theme or computer game theme that they're talking about that seems to have been common to the vast majority of the devices that have been identified. Again, it was a ballpark figure I was given, somewhere around 10, give or take a couple less, or perhaps a couple found either at key highways, bridges, medical centers. I think there's also a government office. I mean, whoever planted these devices, and certainly from my conversations, we have the impression that one person was responsible, or a group was responsible for the vast majority, that they've been very meticulous in identifying, I'll say, the targets of these devices. It's just not an accident when you see bridges, roads, major highways, medical centers. I mean, this appears to be very well thought out.
You know, when the word of this news conference came, Catherine.
Okay, so what am I saying? That been blown out of proportion? Very much so. And what else? Basically, if you see a glowing neon sign under a bridge, chances are it's probably that new form of graffiti that's been spraying around. Just a hunch, especially if it has a cartoon character from, say, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Anywho, I hope you had a great Wednesday. I hope your hump day was humpalicious. And that's about it for me for today. I'm going to go and do some productive stuff. My computer's starting to actually slow down a lot. So if I disappear here in the next day or so, for a couple of days, you'll know why. My computer died. It's getting to the point now where when I go online to visit pages, I have a hard time getting to people's pages because it takes so long for my computer to process and stuff because of it's about ready to die. But never fear. I should be getting a new one here shortly, hopefully sooner than later. But have a good night.